For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 22 of the Become a Legend series here on PES 2018. Today we have the final game of the Premier League season. In season number 1, it's Brighton at home at St James's Park. The highest we can finish is just one spot higher than we actually are right now. Unfortunately, the European dream over the past 2 or 3 episodes has faded away and become unrealistic. But there's always next year, as they say. And you never know, next year might be our year. I don't know how the off-season works in PES. So after this game is going to be new territory for me. I don't know whether I get the opportunity to move again, or I can obviously request to move. I don't know whether Newcastle might put me on the transfer list, whether someone might bid for me, or whether there's a whole rigmarole of off-season stuff that could happen, or whether it just loads a new year like it normally does on FIFA. We will find out in due course. Those of you that play PES regularly will already know, but it's new for me. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. Let me know in the comment section down below. Perhaps after you've watched the rest of the video, let me know at the end what you think I should do in the new season. Should I look for a move? Should I stay at Newcastle? Let me know. But let's see what happens after this game and in between season 1 and 2 before actually making that decision, shall we? Malumbi, that's intercepted. Forward into me. I'll quickly give it to Dwight Gale and I'll go again. It could play me in. That's a lovely ball. I'm onside. A stretch. The shot. Can I get to the rebound? No. Oh, and Bruno Salto does get it away. First chance of the game drops to me. And it's a good save by the keeper to stop me from scoring. Lovely ball over the top from Dwight Gale. I'm not the fastest, but we had just enough about us there to get away from the defender. The touch was pretty poor. Had it been better, it might have dropped closer to me. And I'd have had a better angle for the shot and stood a better chance of scoring, but still. It's nice to be involved immediately at the beginning of this game. And if I can give us a victory, or be instrumental at least in giving us a victory in the final game of the season, then that would be brilliant. But Glenn Murray goes up the other end and has a good chance for Brighton. Looks like it might be quite a difficult final game. Let's play this into Dwight Gale and get back in towards a dangerous area. Dwight can find me, I'm here short. Just give that to Dwight Gale. That was a terrible pass, but it will drop to Dwight Gale eventually. And Matt Ritchie to Dwight Gale to Ritchie. There's a few of us here. I'll look for Atsu. Christian Atsu. Shot blocked. I've just knocked that down to a teammate. I think the Brighton man got to it first. Gale, I'm on the run. Oh, what a through ball. Surely now, this has to be 1-0. Oh, emphatic finish. We'll take that. Dwight Gale, that through ball was beautiful. Thank you, my man. I mentioned earlier on in the game, I wanted to be instrumental in giving us a victory in our final game of the season. Giving us the first goal of the game. Just busting a gut to get away from the defender, and that through ball. Gorgeous. If I'd have messed that chance up, then I definitely don't deserve any sort of move that might come my way in the summer, but I'm pleased with that. I'm not sure how many goals that is for us now in the Premier League since we arrived at Newcastle. I think it might be 8. I think we've got 8 goals, 3 assists, or something like that. We'll find out at the end of the game, obviously. But driving forward into the box, maybe looking for a quick-fire second. Maybe looking for a quick-fire second, but I can't get to the ball properly as it gets cleared away by the Brighton backline. We'll stay just 1-0 in front for now. Malumbi into Prerper. Back to Duffy, to Gross, to Knockout, to Malumbi. Blocked, but it will drop free here. No, tackled. Nice little back heel. And Dwight Gale, oh, another nice little back heel. Getting got all the skills now. We're getting a little bit cocky now. We're 1-0 up, he says, as we keep the ball off the pitch. No, Dwight Gale keeps that in. Quick throw. Not a quick throw as it happens. Did he just do that? Did he genuinely just... Is that a thing that just happened? Can I have a look at instant replay? Is there a way that I can do that? Who does that from a throw-in? I mean, fair play Christian Atsu for pulling out the outrageous skills, but from a throw, there is absolutely no need whatsoever to do something like that. Anyway, let's see what we can do from the corner. If we can score from this, then even better. Corner to come in from John Joe Shelby. And it's headed my way, and I'm not going to score. And in fact, Brighton will come away on the counter. No, he won't. Yes, they will. Davy Prerper forward to Glenn Murray. He's got 3 defenders in front of him, and he's just going to jog in a straight line. Okay, not the obvious thing to do in that situation, but maybe could have worked for him in another scenario, but not in this particular situation. John Joe Shelby could get that forward to me. He hasn't. Here's Dwight Gale, though. He could play me through again. And on my left foot, I've swept it wide. Oh, cheers, commentator. Surely that deserved better. I mean, to be fair, yes, it did. Good through ball again from Dwight Gale, but I should have buried that. That's why I'm 72 rated, not 82 rated. Lovely ball into Dwight Gale. Oh, good footwork from him too. This ball down the line. Atsu can bring that down under control. He's turned well. Cross comes in. I'm underneath this. Hunamaya with me. The header is on target. Oh, and I can't get to the loose ball again. Good save by the goalkeeper. Everything, apparently, on goal seems to be going through me at the minute. Until Dwight Gale gets in and very nearly scores himself. Good save by, of course, Tim Krul in goal for Brighton. Former Newcastle goalkeeper. So we'll see what happens here. Something from the training ground, perhaps. Going to drive forward. And it's headed towards me. I always seem to be in an aerial battle with Hunamaya. He's the one defender that's always on my shoulder in those situations. He's trying to shovel with the cross again. Oh, there we go. Dwight Gale gets there. It is 2-0 now. Tim Krul flattened out on the floor. 42 minutes on the clock. 20 minutes after we took the lead, we extend it. Rubbing the boot there of John Joe Shelby. Was it Shelby that put the ball in? Let's have a look. Was it John Joe Shelby out wide? Yeah, he clearly was. He took the corner, played out back to him, and on his right foot he puts it in. Good header. Tim Krul, unfortunately, not able to react in time. Newcastle 2, Brighton 0. Gross into Glenn Murray. Good tackle. Clearance not so good. Glenn Murray gets away. Is that a foul? It is. Free kick given for Brighton here in a really good position. I presume Knockaert will be on it. So he's got a good set piece on him, Anthony Knockaert. It's not. It's Pascal Gross. What is the defender going to pull out of the stops here? Nothing. He's going to hit the wall with it. It's going to drop to Knockaert. That first touch, though, that very nearly ended up in a goal for Brighton as the ball was flicked around the corner. This first touch from Anthony Knockaert, as I'm closing him down, is disgusting. There's absolutely no need for that whatsoever, and they're very unfortunate not to have pulled one back immediately after going 2-0 down there, Brighton. Goal kick for us, though. Spread this out wide. Go forward. She goes into John Joe Shelby. Richie cut, actually filling in at right back now as DeAndre Yedlin's pushed all the way forward. Now Richie will go on the overlap. Oh, what a ball to Dwight Gale. In for another. Back to Matt Ritchie. Cross could come in. It has. I'm arriving. How? How has that gone over the bar? Great ball into Dwight Gale. I was about to call for it there, but he turned back the other way. But how? That is a free header 5 yards out, and I've put it over the bar. I can't believe I haven't scored there. It's Malumbi. Forward into... Oh, please tell me that took a deflection. Please tell me that took a deflection. I lost the ball here on the edge of the centre circle. Please tell me that was actually his shot. Oh, Hunamaya is always right next to me whenever I go for a header. Thankfully I've won it, and Dwight Gale gets that out nicely actually to DeAndre Yedlin. It's cut back well, and the cross is good. Oh, and I brought it down. Oh, what a goal! The touch, the control, really wasn't actually that good. But we've been able to squeeze it home. Oh, no, really isn't an exhibition in how to finish, Andy Townsend. Just get there and then squeeze it in between the post and the keeper. Tim Krul is getting destroyed here at his former team. Lovely ball in by DeAndre Yedlin, but the touch was so heavy. But actually, that might be what made the goal. I can't believe I've done that. We have been instrumental in this game. It is now 3-0. 2 goals for us. Decent football from Brighton, but it's almost as if they don't realise they're 3-0 down. They're showing no real urgency. It's a good ball in. Hemed can't get there, but Knockaert can. He almost fell. It looked like he fell rather than actually snapping into an animation for an overhead kick. But regardless, it was just as bad as his Kurdo's effort. Actually, no. I think that's harsh on Anthony Knockaert. I don't think anything will ever be as bad as his Kurdo's effort earlier on. We've got a throw. DeAndre Yedlin takes it quickly, gets it to Matt Ritchie. Mikel Merino out to DeAndre Yedlin. Cross comes in. Dwight Gale is there. Hunamaya heads away. Oh, what a goal! Christian Atsu! We are destroying Brighton here. I thought Emmanuel Fernandez's goal for West Ham in the last episode yesterday was good enough for a first-time hit from the edge of the box, but Christian Atsu just runs onto this and lashes it home. That is stunning. Absolutely brilliant. 4-0. Cross comes in. Hemed's there. Flicked away. But Pröper runs onto it. Very nearly replicates the Atsu strike a moment ago. That one drilled hard and low rather than just lashed like Atsu did. But wide of the target this time around. On the line to Dummett. Into Dwight Gale. Into the channel to me. Now I am on a hat-trick here. And I'm still going. I've got it. I don't know how I've been able to get past it. Oh, I've done the... I'm not sure how I've been able to get past the defender there. That was just pure determination and brute force. Just power my way through. A hat-trick on the final day. This couldn't have gone any better, could it? Really, unbelievable scenes here at St James's Park. Dwight Gale with a great ball into me. The turn inside wasn't the best just there, but I powered my way through and I've squeezed it home. And wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Oh, it cut. Why'd you have to do that to me? It cut me off. Well, 5-0 Newcastle at home against Brighton and a hat-trick for their star ginger striker. It's Kurdo, Malumbi, given away. John Shelby could use me here. No, use Mikel Merino. Oh, they are trying to save their top flight status. It's just been confirmed in commentary there. Mitrovic, what a save from Tim Krul. At last he actually keeps one out. They're saying in commentary, I wasn't sure from the league table earlier on. I didn't check it, but apparently Brighton needed a win here to stay in the Premier League. And, well, they are 5, very nearly, if I'd have gotten on the end of that, 6-0 down in the final day. If you need a win to stay up and you lose 5-0, you probably don't deserve to stay up anyway, do you? So, apologies Brighton, looks like you're going to be playing in the Championship next year, where we'll be playing in Season 2. Remains to be seen, whether it's still here at Newcastle or whether it's another Premier League team or maybe even abroad. We'll have to wait and see. But there's 5 minutes to go here at St James's Park and we're just going to enjoy the moment for now, winning 5-0 at home on the final day after having scored a hat-trick. Mitrovic just holding the ball up, waiting with bated breath for there, the final whistle. Congratulations, boys. We have gotten ourselves a win and a hat-trick on the final day. Commiserations to Brighton, who I believe, like we say, I believe are now relegated thanks to that result. I score a hat-trick and you give me a 7 out of 10. At least it gave me the man of the match, but how can you give man a 7 out of 10 for getting a hat-trick? Give me a break, come on. What more have I got to do? Or very nearly, not the biggest win of the day either. Leicester winning 4-0 away from home against Stoke. And yes, confirmed that Brighton are relegated. And to be fair, I think they may already have been. They were saying in commentary that if they'd won that game, they might have stayed up. So perhaps I didn't quite glance at Watford's results. So perhaps if they'd have beaten us and Watford hadn't have won, no, because they'd only be on 35 points. So unless Bournemouth and Watford hadn't won and Burnley was 16th, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure Brighton were already doomed. Anyway, they're definitely relegated now. Oh, with that hat-trick, that puts us up to around 10 goals. Nice. I love a round figure. Around 10 goals for our appearances in the Premier League this season and 3 assists in 16 games. All told, this season, in our first year in professional football, 27 goals and 7 assists in 41 games. Very, very pleased with that. 72 rated overall, 71% manager's trust now. You can see all of our individual stats here. Stamina's getting up there to improving as well, which will help, especially with a number of games to be played yet in our career. We are apparently over halfway towards our potential of what looks like the expected progress looks like it's only the early 80s. If you don't mind, I'd like to get into the 90s, but I've no idea what happens at the end of the season, so we'll just find out in due course. Is this team of the season? I'm not going to be involved in that. Your Premier League team of the season: Thibaut Courtois, Valencia, Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Baines, Pogba, Kante, Wanyama, Eriksson, Giroud and Eden Hazard. A 4-1-2-1-2, very narrow, all 4 central midfielders and then a winger at striker. National team squad announcement. This is for the World Cup in 2018 in Russia. And I've not been selected. Never mind. Didn't expect to be, but there's still hope for Euro 2020. Now, I don't know what happens next, so I'm just going to advance and play it by ear. I've just advanced through and it's just done a couple of things like the team of the season, as you saw, it's done the month of May team as well. It announced the World 11, but I didn't actually see how to actually check that. I went into the database and there was nothing that I could see for actual to give me a look at the team 11, so I don't know how to do that. But it did tell me that the ranking of the club has been updated, and somehow Newcastle are 109th in the team ranking. No offence to any other fans of the teams that I'm about to mention, but how are clubs like Burnley, Middlesbrough, Hull City, how are England and Brighton, how are teams like that supposedly better and ranked higher than Newcastle? Yes, Newcastle have had a bit of a dodgy time on field in the past decade or so, but they're still a massive club in English football. A huge club in English football. But we're about to go into the next season, so I don't know if there's any sort of cutscenes or anything. I know there are some in PES, but I haven't really seen anything of any real note thus far. We are now 18 years of age. Were we 18 anyway? I think we might well have been 18 anyway. We're 73 rated now though, just glanced. We're up to 73 rated, that's good. An improvement in our overall. But I don't think anything else has changed. Ah yes, look, stamina's updated, because I pointed that out before, and it's 69 now, and it was 68. So we are still above progress for our age. They reckon we'll be in the low 80s by 21. Maybe when I get to 21 years of age, maybe the chart actually continues on up to the 90s throughout my 20s. Maybe I'm being a little bit too gun-ho with being like, I want to reach the 90s, not only get to the mid-80s. Maybe it does actually continue. It's just the fact that it stops on that line for 21, almost as if that the chart doesn't continue and my career will be over by the time I get to the age of 21. But we're a good player. I'm not amazing, but I'm decent. And you can see there, our season so far, or our season, because the season is finished, 25 games, 17 goals and 4 assists for Millwall, 16 games, 10 goals, 3 assists for Newcastle. We are proving to be a very, very capable goal scorer at both, clearly, Championship and Premier League level as well. Villa, Birmingham and Middlesbrough promoted. Didn't expect to see Birmingham City getting promoted. Burnley, Brighton and Huddersfield will be relegated, and the 2018 to 2019 season is now underway. The opening day of the transfer window is upon us. Now, I don't know, as I want to try and force a move. I don't know, and I also don't know how to check who's in the Champions League and the Europa League, because I would... Oh, competition info, it might be in there actually. I'd consider... I'd consider maybe asking to move to a team in the Europa League. Champions League is going to be out of our reach. I'm not going to be able to play, at least in a decent league. I don't want to move to somewhere... where I'm not going to be playing in a top division. I'd like to still be playing in England, Spain, Germany, or Italy. I'd consider France. I don't know whether the French league is on PES actually, is it? Pretty sure it is. Yeah, I'd consider Liga, but I'd like to stay in England, Germany, Italy or Spain if possible. And I would consider asking to move to a team in the Europa League from this list. Bayern Munich only in the Europa League. Didn't expect to see that, did you? Bayern Munich only in the Europa League. Well, I'll leave it open to you guys. What do you think I should do? Should I try and move to a Europa League team? Because there's no point jumping straight to Champions League. We might as well take it in increments. We've gone Championship to Premier League. Now we've gone mid-table Premier League. Maybe we should look to go to Europa League or stay at Newcastle for another year and maybe help Newcastle qualify for the Europa League. I'm open to that as well. So the options, I guess, are stay at Newcastle at least until January just to see how things go, maybe. And then, or either wait at Newcastle, then look to go to a Europa League team then. Wait a full year at Newcastle and see if we can qualify them for European football. Or move now to a Europa League team and play in Europe this season from the off. They're the options. They're the options. So far, the only team in the Club International Cup is Juventus. So, unless anyone else gets added to that list, congratulations on the trophy win, Juve. But I am completely open. I don't know what's going to happen. You guys will have to help me make the decision. What do I do? Let me know in the comment section down below. That's where we'll end it for today. Actually, let me advance a little bit further just to see what happens next, because I don't know whether there's actually any pre-season games. We may even get an offer in for us. Someone might actually put a transfer bid in for me. I don't know whether that would actually happen or not. I don't know whether we've performed well enough to warrant one. I guess so. 10 goals in 16 Premier League games is good, isn't it? In a mid-table team. Aaron Cresswell has joined up with the squad. We've made a new signing. National team rank has been updated, so the England team is now going to be, well, where? Where are England? England are 11th. 11th in the national team ranking. Outside the top 10. Never mind. We haven't yet been involved in international football, but Aaron Cresswell has joined the side, so we have a new player here at Newcastle. I am intrigued to see if anyone bids for me. I don't expect them to, but it could well happen. But it looks like we're going to accelerate all the way to the 15th of August, and it will be the first day of the new season. We're in the starting lineup. Right, well, that will be in the next episode then. We'll start Season 2 in tomorrow's episode at home against Tottenham. But let me know. I'll bring the teams up on your screen again for the Europa League. I wouldn't consider going to any of those actually on that second page, but there they are on your screen. What do I do? I mean, I'm showing you this list of teams here. I might also just stay at Newcastle for another season. It's completely up to you guys. We'll just have to wait and see. I'll judge by your opinions in the comments. But drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on Season 2. And make sure you're involved in the whole transfer debacle. But for now, that's all from me for today. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.